that, you made that, that you made that, that you made that.
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Sappy ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another lead to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the day before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in meth doom. Hits the sun god, bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch, hieroglyphs writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Yeah. What's up? How's everybody doing today? Still technically Wednesday, hump day. Hope everybody is having a fantastic Wednesday. As always, it's your boy Wildcard Martin in the building. I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, episode 193. We are here, and as always, that's the homie 40 Water, aka Silent Hill TDS. Him and J. Leo, Pale Moon Devil Dance is the song, the official, unofficial theme song to I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition. Go show them fellas some love, support on YouTube. Go on over to YouTube at Hitchhikers. Show them some support as well. And while you're over there on YouTube checking out the homie Silent Hill TDS and J. Leo, please go show us some love on I.O.W. Sports Network. All right? Go show us some love. And that's where you can get all the content. I.O.W. Sports Network is the YouTube page. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Spread the word of what we got going on. And then you can always follow us on Instagram, I.O.W. Sports Network. You can definitely catch us on Instagram, letting you guys know what kind of content is coming down the pipes. As well on Twitter, I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter. And most importantly, go on over to I.O.W. Sports Network on Facebook. It is the page where I'm talking to you, the viewers, listeners. This is where you can, drop your sports take, drop your sports memes, get some debate sparked. I.O.W. Sports Network on Facebook, and most importantly, see that Cash App? Send $30 to that Cash App. Give us an address. In return, you get the very exclusive I.O.W. Sports cap. Got the logo on anything fresh. I'll be rocking and joining all over the place. You can get yours for just $30. Send to that Cash App you see scrolling on the bottom of the screen. And always, you can also go to the Facebook page. At the top of the Facebook page, we do have our merch link there as well. So please do not feel shy to go there and share your content. If you have a sports podcast, regular podcast, small business, let people know that you exist. Let people know you exist. What's good, Matt? How you doing, bro? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see my brother Matt in the building. Big supporter of the show. Um, he's man. I, it's people like Matt that make me do what I do. And I'm not trying to get sentimental here. I'm just being honest. It's because Matt is a faithful listener, watcher, viewer. I'm talking about there's times where I may be falling asleep and he'll come in my messages and be like, "Yo, bro, you doing a show?" And he keeps me honest, and I love it. And it makes me even want to work even harder because just to know that at least just one person, all I need is just one person to give a damn about what I'm doing, and that's all it takes. And Matt's that one guy. So I definitely appreciate you, my brother, man. Always a solid dude right there, man. Next time I'm up in Jersey, man, we'll have to link up for sure. Um, Look, I didn't have some top plays of the days lately, but we do today. We got a couple of them. We got a couple top plays. Uh, you know, Without further ado, here's one of them.
Full boat to Tapia, and gets a good hold of this one.
Oh, he
Deep
knows
right field, he's all over it.
Ooh, that ball was absolutely destroyed.
Splashdown for Tapia.
Oh,
It's 3-1. His
he destroyed
second
that
of
one.
the season. Not a big power.
He destroyed that thing. Tapia destroyed that one right there. That's for sure. That's a for sure right on. Ain't that what the old folks say? That's a for sure right on. Uh, I mean, when you get this is what I love about baseball, man. You get all these young guys who aren't, necessarily considered power hitters, and then, you know, uh, this man just blasted one into the fountains, man. I love it. Get these young guys going, man. Here's my thing with Major League Baseball. Y'all got to get better at marketing. Got to get better at marketing your young talent. Remember, Major League Baseball is flooded with young talent. As my baseball guru, my bad, as my baseball guru, Matt, you agree with me? There's a shit ton of young talent that Major League Baseball needs to do a better job at marketing to the public to garner more attention to your sport. It's to me, it's a shame that Major League Baseball doesn't do enough marketing for all the young talent. Like me personally, if I was head of marketing department, I'd have been flooding the TV with Ronald Acuna Jr. Flooding it. I'd be flooding the TV markets with Fernando Tatis, Juan Soto. I mean, you can go just about any team, each 30 team in Major League Baseball, and I bet you can find a young stud on that squad. And yet Major League Baseball is failing. Yeah, I said it. They are failing to market these young studs. Absolutely failing at marketing these young studs. Like this is the business part of the sports. This is the business part. You can't run a successful business if you don't market yourself. That's business 101. So Major League Baseball gotta get better at marketing yourself. And y'all don't mind me twisting up my joint because y'all know how we get there. We gotta have conversations, and so I operate better with a little medicine. I call it medicine. But anyway, to our other top play of the night, just happened in the finals. Nothing fancy, but I enjoyed it. Big play, big play. Uh, you know, yeah, you're absolutely right. Crazy talent right now. Acuna, Vlad Jr. How to forget about Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Of course, Judge, Tatis, Harper's still popular. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's so many. It's so many young talent. No, it wasn't the Jordan Poole clip. Send me that clip. Send me that link, Matt. And then I'll download it real quick and I'll get it on the show. because I think I must have missed that one. But yeah, Yankees got smoked 8-1. Yeah, I was gonna let you live. I was gonna let you live. I won't go rub it in your face, man. We got 162 games to argue back and forth. But yeah, Nestor Cortez took the L, and Nestor Cortez has been pitching lights out. Of course, obviously last week he went into the eighth with a no intact, but there's been talks that he might be one of the leading vote getters to pitch in the All-Star game. Obviously, we're getting close to the All-Star game. Man, we're really getting it's June. It is June for real. Because once you start talking All-Star game, it's crazy. You're getting there. Shit, July is right around the corner. I mean, getting closer to Independence Day by the second. That's nuts. I didn't even think about that. But no, 4-point play from that man. Mama, there goes that man.
Curry, long three-pointer. It's good, and the foul. Steph Curry with a chance for a 4-point play, and the lead is cut to 6. Again, defending the high screen roll. Al Horford, where you at? You're supposed to be up on the screen. Given this much space, you pay the price for Steph Curry. You got to be in the picture above the three-point line.
And they're looking to see if this is flagrant. That could easily be flagrant that he gets into his landing space.
So Horford will pick up the foul, his second.
That's a flagrant foul. By the way they do it, getting his foot under Curry.
Well, I know, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But I just wanted to highlight that Steph Curry's that guy. That guy's a bad dude right there. I mean, good luck trying to stop that guy. But whew, that's tough. That we're calling that. I'm calling that the Kawhi Leonard rule. Obviously, I remember Zaza Pachulic got in his landing zone. Kawhi ended up stepping on his foot. Heavy injury to his ankle, and ever since then, NBA's been making an emphasis on make sure that your shooters get a clear landing pathway, as they should. And I know this is not related to that, but Steph, he was looking a little gimpy today, tonight. Al Horford, they was going for a loose ball, and he rolled on his left ankle. I would keep my eyes out for that. You don't want a guy like Steph with an ankle injury. Obviously, it's been well documented about his ankle injuries earlier in his NBA career. He's 34 now. I didn't realize he was 34. I thought Steph was like 32. But either way, the older you get, probably the more less fragile that you'll be. And so, you see that, and hopefully Steph's all right. Hopefully Steph is all right. But no, a crazy game today. I think they're going to split these two games in Boston. But I went Golden State might win game one in Boston. Or I'm sorry, this is game 3, but game 1 in Boston. So I thought that he was going to get that going. I thought that I for sure thought that Golden State would feed off the momentum from the other day, and they were going to come in and still bring the same juice that they had in Golden State and take game 3. But as you had it, Golden State. Look, we saw a glimpse of Clay. We saw just a little bit of glimpse. Yeah, I saw it, Matt. I'm gonna get into it in just a second. Let me. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna screen share real quick. because I want to see this play. Because while watching the game, I probably looked away for just a second and probably totally missed it. But look at tonight's game. So we there was a small little glimpse. We almost saw it, y'all. Clay put up 25. He at least got into the 20s. 7 of 17 shooting, 5 of 13. So we saw some glimpse of the true Clay. We almost saw the full length of Clay, or the full Clay. Almost. You know, I'm still waiting for Clay to come all the way back. You know what I'm saying? All the way back. I still think his shooting woes haven't left all the way. You know, I still think that there's some kind of blockage in his normal game that normally, you know, I'm still expecting. Well, here it is. I still think that the 37 and 1/4 Clay is still in there, and I think he still is. So here's my thing. Just don't, just don't do too much, Clay. Hey, get out of your head. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Get out of your head. Oh yeah, I did see that Jordan Poole play against Robert Williams, which is actually crazy because Robert Williams had a hell of a game today. Robert Williams had a hell of a game today. I did like that slick move. That was slick. Robert Williams had a fuck Boston Dubs in 6. Robert Williams had a hell of a game tonight. So let's attack this from Boston's standpoint. Jason Tatum still not shooting great. I know he gets 26 points, but he took 23 shots. You know, let's be a little bit more efficient. You know, 9 of 23, it still ain't a good stat line. I know you got 26 points. But what I love about Jason Tatum, he's still throwing in 9 assists, still throwing in 6 rebounds. So even though he's not as effective on the offensive side, he's still being present in some shape or form to help his team. So that I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. Obviously, last game you had Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, and Al Horford, all three combined for 6 points in game 2. Thank goodness they did not repeat that same performance. Obviously, with Robert Williams, we're not looking for him to be the offensive guy, but he still puts up 8 points, 10 boards, 3 steals, 4 blocks. He does what Robert Williams was supposed. When you got a beast in the middle, it makes a huge difference. Got to talk about Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown went nuts tonight. Great first half. Definitely set the tone. He was not messing around. He also got 9 boards, 5 assists, a block. So Jaylen Brown set the tone off gate. Marcus Smart rebounded. Terrible game in game 2. Thank God he came back and went 24 points. I know 8 of 17 shooting. Not bad percentage wise. Just a little right under 50%. So can't be mad at that. So good bounce back game from him. It was necessary. It needed to happen. Get 7 boards as well, 5 assists. Got to cut back on the turnovers. He has 5. Marcus Smart got to cut back on that. Williams balled out. That trio of Tatum, Brown, Smart balled the fuck out. Yeah, they did. Here's my thing. They didn't have to deal with a lot of how should I put it? They didn't have to deal with a lot of defensive pressure from Golden State tonight. I kind of felt like Golden State's defense was a little bit lackluster. You know, Draymond Green talked all that shit and had to eat some tonight with his performance. Yeah, yeah, and I'll get to that in just a second because Draymond, he's got to do better than what he did tonight. But here's my thing with Boston. You shoot 37% from the field. I get it. You want to put the game out, but they had Golden State really perform like they did in game 2. Golden State might have stole this game tonight because I felt at times Boston was kind of letting Golden State linger around. You know what I'm saying? Like finished them, like literally finished them. It wasn't really to the last 2-3 minutes that Golden State was finally put to bed. Once Steph got that little injury, you saw more than once that he was grimacing. Steve Kerr finally called a timeout. Was like, "Yo, come on, man, come up off the court." But you got to give it to Boston. And here's and y'all know me. I don't use a lot of stats to back up what I'm saying, but here's one stat that's crazy to me. Here's one stat that is absolutely insane in this game 3. Points in the paint. Points in the paint. 52 points in the paint for Boston. 26 from Golden State. Now, I'm not saying that this guy is absolutely right all the time, but I know a guy named Wildcard Mar that said coming into this NBA Finals, this would be the time that if James Wiseman was healthy, this is the series that he would be highlighted in. And Kevin Looney, who has been having a phenomenal playoff run, can't bear all this pressure on himself to be the presence in the paint. He's going to need Draymond to help him. Draymond did not have a good game. Let's call it what it is. Obviously you take only 4 shots, Draymond. I get it. I'm not looking for you to be offensive, but you only chip in 4 boards, 3 assists, a block, 2 points, and you foul out. Like, what are we doing? Kevon Looney can't be the only presence for Golden State in the paint. Come on, like you got bullied, 52-26 in the paint. 52-26 in the paint. Don't be surprised if Boston does this strategy for the rest of the finals. Do not be shocked if they stick with this strategy for the rest of the finals. As in, hey, we're going to bully you in the paint. Jonathan Kuminga, I think he's like a 6'6", 6'7". He's more of a small forward. They need Wiseman. And shout out to Tim, another great follower and viewer of the show. I've been beating that drum for a while now since the matchup was set. James Wiseman would be great if he was healthy right here for Golden State. You can't get bullied in the paint 52-26. It's a clear cut winner with who's controlling the paint. Now I know that this version of NBA basketball is, hey, analytics, shoot the 3. I get it. And I understand it. That's the trend. But there's one thing that you can never deny in the NBA. If you can control the paint, you can control the tempo of the game. Because not only does it mean that you can get more points in the paint, but look at the rebounds, 47-31. If I out rebound you and out bully you in the paint, you control the game. You know? And I get it. I understand it. Golden State, that's your bread and butter. Shoot outside shots. I get it. But Matt said it right here. Yeah, well, we gonna beat you outside. Live by the three, by the three. Okay. Don't be surprised you die by the three. Because besides Kayvon Looney, Draymond, who's supposed to be the ultimate team player, is not helping his team by fouling out. He is not helping his team by not, being the Draymond Green that we know, as in a facilitator who's going to get you the rebounds, who's going to get you the assists, and for the most part, can get you at least 10 points. But when you only give a bucket, you only get 2 points, and you fouling out. Oh yeah, and Tim, I 100% agree that they will bounce back, but you got to find a way to close that gap with the difference in the point play. You know what I'm saying? In domination of rebounds that is geared towards Boston's side. Points in the paint, Boston's side. Boston is controlling this series by beating Golden State up in the paint. And don't be surprised if that strategy continues on for the rest of the series. Look for Boston to exploit it. You should. You should exploit it. If I got Al Horford, who's been playing phenomenal, absolutely been playing phenomenal this whole postseason. If I got him, speaking of Al Horford, we need to have a talk with the referees. They need to call carrying. They need to call traveling. Because every time he gets the ball and takes 2-3 dribbles, he is carrying like a motherfucker. I'm talking about like a running back going through the hole. Is pretty flagrant and obvious that Al Horford can't dribble worth a damn. And every time he gets the ball and takes 2-3 dribbles, he is carrying like a motherfucker. And the rest need to call it. Point blank, period. This is egregious now. Sorry about that sidebar, y'all. I thought about it. It came into my mind because I was going to point out to it earlier. But come on, man. Al Horford bounced back tonight. 11 points, 8 boards, 6 assists, still in the block. And that's my point, Matt. If you're gonna put up only a bucket and you hit it right on the head, you better be at least close to double figures in some other category. Assists, rebounds, something. Like you better be having like a out of this world stat line in other categories. Because if you're just gonna put up one bucket and lose by 16? Yeah. What is that? But I told y'all we was gonna be in for a crazy series. Crazy series. Golden State, man. Steph can't do it alone. I get it. Clay did put up 25, but I still think he's a little, they got to do something. Tim, I agree with you. They definitely have to come out. They started slow tonight in the first quarter. Jaylen Brown, obviously, for Boston, went bananas. He set the tone. And Golden State needs to, they need to find a way to come out hot. Steph, you know what I'm saying? Like he needs to be the one to set the tone. Obviously. I don't know what's up with Clay. I think he had a mediocre night tonight, but they can't keep waiting to the third quarter. They can't keep waiting to the third quarter to come out hot. I get it. You're starting the second half hot. Start the first half hot too. If Golden State comes out blazing hot, how they do in the third, if they have that same mentality in the first, you're not playing catch up. They're playing catch up. And it's just about at least two of these games in the finals. Playing catch up. So I mean, I don't know if it's a lineup change that they need to make. Obviously, you keep Dre, you keep Steph, you keep Clay. But I'm also willing to bet that, hey, maybe sit down Clay. Let's remember back in the first round in against Denver, Steph did not start games 1 and 2. And Jordan Poole did. And Jordan Poole got off and then gave Steph a chance to come off the bench and let him do his thing. Maybe they should try that with let Jordan Poole and Steph start. And let Clay come off the bench. I'm just spitballing, y'all. I'm not saying they're gonna do it, but they should at least think about it. They need a change up. You got to change some stuff up. Because at this point, I think Boston is too good on defense. It's too smart. Only thing I would say is with Boston's defense, you got to get better at getting up closer to the 3-point line when Steph is coming off those screens. Because I played the 4-point play for y'all earlier, and Al Horford was damn near 2 feet behind the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? I think that who would play point? You can honestly, you can have Draymond play point forward. He does that pretty well. He's been doing that for Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Or Damian Lee. Who knows? So they got to do something. They needed Brown to come out hot because Tatum didn't really score to the second. Tatum had 11 and a half. Yeah. I'm just spitballing, Matt. All I'm saying is they Golden State got to do something. Because if the outside shot's not going to be there, they in trouble. Because obviously they're not winning in the paint. It just ain't happening right now. Just ain't happening. But game 4. When is game 4? Let's look. It's Friday. Game 4 is going to be Friday, y'all. Don't be surprised. Boston continues to play bully ball in the paint. Don't be surprised. And 2, don't be surprised if they rough the hell out of Steph Curry. Because when you see him limping a little bit in the fourth quarter, grimacing somewhat, hunched over, if I'm Boston, I'm going to attack it. And force Clay to have a good game. Force Jordan Poole to have a good game. Force Draymond Green to have a good game. Don't be surprised if that strategy is implemented on Friday in game 4. But also don't be surprised if Golden State wins. Because I think they're going to split. Yeah, man, he did grimace. Because if you saw Al Horford's big ass literally landed on his left ankle. Like literally rolled. Al Horford rolled all of Al Horford on that left ankle. And I don't think it was malicious. So I hope nobody tomorrow say, oh, that was a dirty play from Horford. No, it's a loose ball. I'm just glad to see that there's multiple people from both teams putting in the effort to get on the floor to get the basketball. There's some passion in basketball still. I'm just happy that happened. So let's be frank about that, but let's keep our eyes out on this Friday game. Let's keep our eye out on the injury report with Steph, because even if he lands on the injury list, don't be surprised if they attack that. Yeah, I thought that was a good alley-oop too. That was a good exclamation point. And that's good for Robert Williams, man. He's been having a phenomenal series. I mean, just his presence, defensive presence, rebounding, blocking. I mean, you got to give it up to him. My man's been doing well. Robert Williams. But let's transition back to baseball a little bit, just a little bit, because yesterday, and I didn't even get to it because I don't even want to bring up his name because then I might, steer off and have a conversation. But anyway, Joe Madden. Yes, Joe Madden got his walking papers. In the midst of a 12-game skid, the Anaheim Angels said, Joe Madden, I know you won a World Series with them damn 100-year losing Cubs in 2016. And I know that you brought the Tampa Bay Rays to, popularity as you were a manager. So look what happened yesterday.
Madden as their manager today. Phil Nevin has been named interim manager. Does this surprise you at all, Mark?
Very much. I know that they're in the middle of this horrendous 12-game losing streak, but this is a team that 2 weeks ago was 10 games over 500, and everybody was celebrating the fact that, hey, Mike Trout may finally be in the postseason. Things are going bad, but I actually thought Joe Madden was the kind of guy who would be sort of that even-tempered, level-headed guy to keep a team going through a streak like this from really nosediving and having it snowball. Obviously, Artie Moreno and Perry Minasian believe otherwise, and they thought that they needed to make a change. But that is very surprising to me.
What a skid. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's hard to lose 12 games in a row.
Yeah, I watched them. I was at that first game at the stadium last week when they beat up on Syndergaard early. It seems pretty simple. When they were going well and they were 10 games over 500, they were pitching. Their rotation was pitching really well for the most part between Syndergaard and Lorenzen, Reed Detmers with the no-hitter and a couple other good starts, Ohtani. And it seemed like things were finally, they had some pitching to go with the offense, but clearly in the last 2 weeks, things have taken a really sour turn for them. And it'll be interesting to see if Nevin can sort of right the ship and get them back into contention here.
Pretty amazing. A guy like Joe Madden just, all right, bye, see ya. But, I mean, when they played the Yankees, Don and Peter, they were awful. Then they go into Philadelphia, who just fired Joe Girardi, and they were terrible. And then they lost a game 1-0 to the Red Sox yesterday.
Let's stop right there because Michael K's hitting a key part. 2 weeks ago, Angels were talking MLB. Oh, man, they're hot. They're flaming hot. Trout looks good. Ohtani looks good. Then they go to New York. Get embarrassed. Then you lose to the Phillies, who just fired Girardi. Why? How mighty quick things can change in 2 weeks. Yeah, you're right, Matt. They were hot. Like it to me, in my opinion, this firing was not based on what's happened in this 12-game losing streak. If you ask me, this firing, yeah, they did win tonight. You're absolutely right about that. To me, this firing was about something deeper than that. And what I mean by that is that Joe Madden, who comes in with accolades on accolades, just can't get the job done. Comes in 2020. 433 winning percentage. So way under 500. Follows that year up with 77 and 85. 475 winning percentage. And then beginning of this season, you're thinking, oh, okay, they're gonna be all right. And like Matt alluded to, 27 and 17. 2 weeks later, you 27 and 28. So to me, this firing was deeper than that, and it was about because you got 2 MVPs on this team. Not one, 2. Shohei Tony, just won MVP last year. Mike Trout, multiple MVP winner. A team with 2 MVPs, money spent on the pitching rotation, and in the matter of 2 weeks, you went from the hottest team to one of the most suckiest teams in 2 weeks. Maybe not record-wise, but play-wise. And I get managers can't be on the field. Coaches can't be on the field. Coaches can't be on the court. They can't do the jobs. Matt brings up a good point. They are missing Anthony Rendon, which I think they overpaid. They overpaid for Anthony Rendon. I don't know if you agree with me, Matt. You're my baseball guru, but I think they overpaid for him. I just think the return on investment ain't been there. Anthony Rendon's pretty much been hurt the whole time he's been in the Angels uniform. He's costing them a lot of damn money. And so what you got, you just ain't getting in return what you paid for. You just not. That Anthony Rendon that helped the Nationals win their World Series, that ain't what you got. That ain't what the Angels got. It just ain't. Trout got hurt last night. And that's another thing. Trout got to stay healthy. Mike Trout has to stay healthy. Because Mike Trout is a good enough player, still is. Debatable whether he's still the best player in Major League Baseball still. But he's in the conversation, at least when he's healthy. But dude is good enough to still be potent and help this offense get going when your pitching isn't going. That's how good Mike Trout is. You know? And so Mike Trout is necessary. It's key he stays healthy. Key. Very key that he stays healthy. But I just find that interesting that Joe Madden got fired. And I just think Madden got fired for more than just what happened the last 2 weeks. This is literally a team that has been underachieving. And I get it. It's because of injuries, money not allocated in the right places. I get it. But somebody has to fall on the sword. And usually general managers and coaches are usually some of the first 2 people that go first. Because it's been almost 2.5, 3 years. And you're not getting what are you getting from the Angels? And yes, a manager of Joe Madden's stature, if he can't get this team motivated, I don't know. Maybe it's time to just blow the whole damn thing up. You know? Yeah, I'm feeling that same way. I don't think he's the best in the game right now. I couldn't. There's a good cluster of people that I can put in there that might have a run for being best player in Major League Baseball. But no, I agree with you, man. I don't think he's top dog anymore. But you know, baseball is a long season. So Girardi's gone, Madden's gone. Who's next? If you ask me, they should get rid of Mike Matheny in Kansas City. Look how terrible that damn team looks. Got some talent. We ain't got heavy hitter all stars like a Trout or a Tiny, but we got some talent on that team. The MVP candidate last year and Salvador Perez, his last few good years, because he's nearing the end of his prime, are starting to get wasted on a terrible team in a terrible franchise. But I digress. Please don't get me started on my crappy ass Royals. You know. Um, and honestly, Matt, you can ask that question for any sport. When coaches get fired, my thing is when are they going to hold the players accountable? Was Frank Vogel the best coach for the Lakers? No, he wasn't the best coach. He wasn't, in my opinion, he wasn't worthy of that job. Could he make better decisions? Yes, personally, him, yes. But we can't forget that those players were trash. Oh, yes, I love Whit Merrifield. I love Whit Merrifield. And he's getting up there in age. He's early 30s, like 31, 32, I believe. Baller. We call him two-hit Whit. He's guaranteed to get you 2 hits in just about every game. Baller. And he's a utility knife. He's a great utility man. Put him anywhere. Primarily, he plays second base. You can put him in outfield. Love Whit Merrifield. Absolutely love Whit Merrifield. But I'm just saying, when coaches get fired, to me, it just happens. It just happens because you are going to be the fall guy. It's part of the job. It just is. Any sport. When you're the coach, you're the fall guy. And you got to be willing to take it. Tim, oh man. I love the hire of Rasheed Wallace to that Lakers coaching staff. Absolutely love it. Because here's 2 things that need to happen with Rasheed Wallace getting put on that coaching staff. He needs to be the coach that getting Bron's ass. He needs to be the coach that getting Anthony Davis ass. He needs to talk to both of them, tell them straight up, hey man, y'all 2 motherfuckers being soft. You want championships? Toughen the hell up. And Matt does bring up a good point. AD got to get on the court first. Bubble boy, fragile, street clothes, right on time. Street clothes, you got to stop being a fashion model. You got to be a basketball player. At some point, we got to stop wearing all the Versace and Gucci on the sideline, bro. And we going to need you to wear Lakers or Los Angeles. And we don't need you to be in uniform to ball out. That's what we need. So, but I absolutely love Rasheed Wallace going to the Lakers. Absolutely love it. Who knows what the roster is going to look like? I don't know. I'm not into fashion like that. I work too much. I do podcasts too much. To me, it's t-shirts, ball cap, shorts, jeans, whatever. I'm a simple guy. I don't know shit about fashion. I rock tees, ball caps. That's what I rock. But I'm tired of seeing Anthony Davis trying to be fashionista. I need him to be a basketball player. And I absolutely hope that hiring of Rasheed Wallace is the thing that sparks something with this team. Because they need accountability. These players got to be held accountable. I don't give a damn if you LeBron James. Don't be walking off the court because you failed to box out a guy. He gets to rebound, gets to put back points, and now you didn't left your team down a man on offense, going the other way because you want to walk to the bench in frustration. And motherfuckers call you a go. Ugh. Shit. That ain't the most disgraceful shit I done ever seen. That trash effort of defense sometimes that I've seen from your leader. Here's the thing about being a leader. Even when things ain't looking good for you, you still supposed to be the guy that stays consistent. You can't pick and choose. Can't pick and choose. You got to be consistent. You either this way or you that way. You can't be in the middle when you the guy. Can't pick and choose when you want to take off possessions on offense or defense. Can't be doing the finger pointing when you're supposed to be the guy. And for the most part, I give Brian credit. He's been able to not be that guy for majority of his career. But in LA, since he's gotten to LA, I've seen a lot of business decisions. And what I mean by business decisions, I'm talking about, do I give max effort on this defensive possession? Nah. Do I give max effort on this offensive possession? Nah. Business decisions. You know, I'm just being straight up. This is what I've been seeing. I'm a Lakers fan. I got the right to bitch about these motherfuckers, and we shouldn't even brought them up. But since Tim talked about Rashid, I hope that Rashid is the person and the voice that fixes all of that bullshit. And it needs to start with Bron. Hey, bruh, I played against you. You was a monster. Where that monster at? I know you older, but you should be wiser. You know what I'm saying? So ain't gonna be none of this business decision shit, picking and choosing. I need you to be down or not. And if Rashid can get Bron to buy in, he need to go to Jeannie Buzz. Don't even go to Rob Pelinka. Go to Jeannie Buzz, who's the owner, and say, yo, you can still get value for LeBron James, but he ain't buying in, and I need him to. Because he's important to the buy-in and trying to change the culture around here. And if he ain't buying in, ship his ass. Being dead ass serious. I don't give a damn your name, LeBron James. If you ain't gonna be part of this culture change that I know that Rashid can bring with Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham, I looked him up the other day because I was like, man, that name sounds familiar. You know, he played with Rashid. If I remember correctly, somebody look this up, Matt. Darvin Ham played on that 04 championship team. I'm not 100% sure. So he knows about that mentality. We got to remember how that 04 Pistons team, they were good in 02, 03. But 04, when Rashid got in the building, they went to another level. He brought that junkyard dog mentality. I know Ben Wallace was there too, but come on now. Rasheed Wallace brought a different type of energy. He wasn't afraid of no damn technicals. This is how you put it. Draymond Green wishes to be Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace, y'all remember, come on now. Y'all remember patch in the back of the headband Portland Trailblazer Rasheed Wallace, remember, right? Y'all remember that dude? He'll drop 30 on you. Don't get it twisted. Rasheed Wallace would drop 30 on you. And he'd whoop your ass. And I'm not talking about basketball, no, literally. Rasheed would throw them hands. He'd get the technicals. He'll get in the skirmishes, the mix-ups, the dust-ups. He gonna fight you for that rebound, that loose ball. That's the type of player Rasheed Wallace was. And if you bring that same mentality in your coaching, either get down or lay down. What you gonna do? You gonna ride with me or not? Yeah, Tim. Rasheed Wallace was busting threes. Hey, Tim, tell him about Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace would bust your ass. He dropped 30 on you in a heartbeat, man. And hard as nails, played to the whistle, type of cat that you would want on your team, not playing against him. Oh my gosh. Say it again. Matt, put it in all caps in the comments again, because I need you to say it louder for the deaf motherfuckers in the back. For the hard of hearing motherfuckers in the back. You can't teach hard. What the fuck was the Lakers missing last year? Motherfuckers was missing heart. Missing heart, missing urgency, missing a lot of shit. You can't teach hard. You either want it or you don't. You either the pit bull or you the poodle. What you gonna do? And we had too many motherfuckers thinking they pit bulls last year on the Lakers squad, and they fluffy like hell. They lap dogs, they poodles. And that's your king included. These motherfuckers better get some hard. Better get some hard. I love the change of Darvin Ham and Rasheed Wallace coming in. I can't wait to see the rest of the staff constructed. I cannot wait. Because it needs to be a culture change. And if people have been looking at Jeannie Buss in the interviews she's been doing lately, she's like, yeah, I get we got the bubble ring in 2020. That's cool. But I didn't make all these transactions and give away. Pretty much what she says is I didn't give away all my future the last few years for one measly stinking ass ring. That's what she pretty much said. I'm paraphrasing. So what we gonna do, Lakers? As a fan, I'm taking the sportscaster or the sports podcaster out right now. I'm talking as a fan. It's y'all motherfuckers better stop acting like some damn poodles and get to the business of being the pit bull, being the bully. Because I'm telling you this, if Boston wins this finals, goes to 18, breaks the tie, oh yeah, you're gonna see some urgency. And if cats don't get it together, sound like Jeannie saying, I don't care who he is. If you ain't helping us build to winning, I'm gonna get you up out of here. And it should be like that. I hate to admit this, as much as I can't stand Bill Belichick. I will always give that man credit that he will cut ties soon as he feels it don't benefit the team no more, no matter who you are. Let's not act like he did. He was trying to trade Tom Brady. He got vetoed by the owner because he's like, I'm trying to max the value out on this old guy, build my future. Can't stand Bill Belichick, but the man will time to cut that bitch off. You ain't helping the team no more. Gotta cut that bitch off. He will get rid of you, no matter who the hell you is. It needs to be more of a mindset like that, where it's about the business and being what's right for the team business. If it ain't about team business, it ain't no business of mine. That's how Bill operates. I don't mind it. I still can't stand the motherfucker, but I can rock with some of his philosophies. If it ain't helping me trying to win, what the hell am I carrying this dead weight for? Hello. All right now. Cooper Kupp got the money. He got the bag. I mean, we at the minute hour mark, but I just wanted to mention that real quick. Cooper Kupp got the bag. Hey, I'll go more in depth about that on tomorrow's show because, man, like I said, when Aaron Donald got his bag, hey, that's what you're supposed to do. Let's lock down the cornerstones on both sides of the football. We got this window to possibly get more than one championship. They're going for it. So I appreciate it. I love it. I love that strategy. I love to see it. Rams ain't even my team, but you love to see teams that they got the taste of success and they want more. They're not being complacent. But in order to do it, you're going to have to pay your cornerstones. Keep them in-house. Because cornerstones are exactly that, cornerstones. Foundation. You build on top of it. Get better. Hey, Rams are doing it. There was some Deshaun Watson news. I really did my best to refrain from talking about it, and that's the only time we talked about him today. That's the only time we talked about him tonight. I'm proud of that. But we'll get into more of that because there's some more development shit that came down today that is really turning that story on another fucking level that I can't even imagine. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Go more in depth about the Cooper Kupp. Pretty sure we'll talk about that on the day stream as well. So please tune in 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Thursday. Y'all know how we get down I.O.W. Sports. And then later on at the 11th hour, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 23rd hour, it's going to be me, your boy, coming with episode 194. But all right now, hey, much love to everybody hopping in. My boy Matt, my boy Tim, always appreciate y'all love and support for the I.O.W. But hey, y'all have a fantastic Thursday. It's going to be a jam-packed I.O.W. Sports Day for sure. Peace and love, y'all.
Let's get it. Let's go. Alright, let me get serious this time. Yo, I'm on my God of War shit. All the war spits, let the bass kick. Nigga, feel the fucking floor lift. Watch your pores rip from these razor blade fingertips. Smoke hit your face like a hammer fist. Outstanding with suicidal flow. Nose diving to a free fall. Speedball, cannonball, jerking out on Adderall. I just watch the bodies fall. Supercharged like Dragon Ball. When I spit this fire out my mouth, you hear the dragon skull. Daily with explosiveness, just off of this unwoven silk. Grind the rappers flesh in the syrup and call it muscle milk. Sound nutritious, my hunger forever endless. I'm vicious and bloodthirsty, my nigga. I handle business pretentious, I leave them injured. Eating pickles for dinner, underground like Matt the Splinter. Then hibernate for the winter. Illiterate, so I can give a fuck about the sentence. Belligerent, so I don't give a fuck about repentance. Johnny plays with a bag of haze, over roast spirits. A force to be reckoned with when I'm beating all limits. These lyrics are packed with venom. Rattlesnakes in the kitchen, cooking the recipes full